Hi everyone, it's Jenny Allers here, and today we're going to be going over 3-point lighting. Okay, so 3-point lighting consists of 3 different light sources. So you have the key light, the fill light, and the backlight. Now I'm going to show you today how these 3 light sources all work together in creating a 3-dimensional image. So we're going to start off with the key light. So if you think of it like the key light is the main source of light in the scene, so it's kind of like the sun of the scene. So today I'm going to be using the Forza 300B paired with a parabolic diffuser. The diffusers are just brilliant for being able to wrap the light around the subject's face. And in terms of where I'm going to place the light, I like to kind of have it at 45 degrees away from the camera and kind of pointing down a little bit. This just allows the light to really just bring out the cheekbones and just give it a little bit of definition. And for me, that really works for the kind of visuals that I want. Now, placing the light at 45 degrees away from my camera is not a rule. It's just what I prefer to do. You know, you can place the light wherever you feel for your creative vision. But for today, I'm just going to be having it at 45 degrees pointing down. So now we're going to move over to the fill light. So the fill light in itself is kind of in the name. It's going to fill in any contrasty shadows that you get from the key light. So today I'm going to be using the NANLITE Mix Panel 150. In terms of like power, it's totally down to you and how much fill you want to add to the scene. For me personally, I like to have it at half of the key light because it gives me that nice contrasty image that I'm looking for. But it is down to personal preference, and just keep in mind though, the more fill you add, the flatter the image is going to be. Sometimes you don't even need a fill light and you can just have a really contrasty image. Again, it's down to how you want the image to look. So I'm going to show you the difference when you add more light onto the fill, so make it stronger. So at the moment we haven't actually got any fill at all. So I'm just going to turn it up a bit and I'm going to put it at around about 37, which is the same as the key light. And as you can see through the image, it's completely flat, like there's no really shadows on Izzy's face at all. So you can see how much more fill you add kind of will remove the contrasty shadows from the key light. So again, what I like to do for my personal preferences, I will have it at around half of the key light, just to add a little bit of depth and dimension and to keep a few shadows, just to really bring a little something to the image. Sometimes you don't even need a fill light and you can just have a really contrasty image. Again, it's down to how you want the image to look. And again, in terms of placement, for me, I like to have it at pretty much the same placement as the key light, but on the opposite side, so 45 degrees. So now we're going to move on to the third light, which is the, well, backlight. Now it has different names depending on the positioning of the backlight. So you've got like toppy light, hair light, rim light. There's lots of different names, and this just is because of where the light is positioned. But today, we're just going to call it a hair light or a backlight. It's more important for you to understand kind of the point of it, which is to bring the subject away from the background. So I'm going to show you exactly what it does now when I turn it on, just to give you an example in real time. So let's just turn this on. Now I have also added a sheet of diffusion over the Forza 60, as today I'm using the Forza 60 with a Fresnel lens. And Fresnel lenses are amazing at kind of controlling the light, but I felt like it was a little bit too harsh. So I have just added a sheet of diffusion just to kind of soften the light a little bit on Izzy's hair, just to make it a little bit more natural. But again, it's down to personal preference. You might want something that's quite a harsh backlight. So again, play around with the rules and make what works for you. Okay, so now that I've shown you the 3 lights and how they work together in creating like a 3-dimensional image, I'm going to turn the lights off one by one to show what each light does and how it all adds and works simultaneously together. So that was the 3-point lighting setup, and as you can see, all the lights work simultaneously together in creating a really nice 3-dimensional image. So feel free to use this tutorial as guidance. Don't limit yourself though to rules. You know, there are no kind of written rules when it comes to lighting. That is the amazing thing about it. For me, what really helped was understanding the basics and then just playing around with it, going out, filming, and then kind of grasping my own personal style and what kind of look I liked. So thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. If you've liked this video and found it useful, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to NANLITE's YouTube channel, and hopefully I'll see you guys again.